Hello traders and investors, welcome back to the Trend Trader channel. In today's video, we are going to be looking at companies that recently released their results, and these companies will be paying dividends. We will mention when this company will be paying these dividends and also the amount of dividends that these companies will be paying. A lot of companies came out with results, but not all companies came out with positive results. And also not all of those companies that came out with positive results are going to pay dividends. So we are only going to focus on the companies that will be paying dividends. Once again, I would like to ask those who haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel to please consider subscribing. And if you find value in this video, please smash the like button. Feel free to share this video with as many people as you can. And also if you have comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment sections. So one company that we've covered in our YouTube channel in the past is Altron. We mentioned that Altron is in the ICT space, the information, communication and technology. The company has done remarkably well, and it has also spun off another company that we are going to cover in this video. So for those that don't know what Altron does, it is an ICT company. So you can see on their website they have this interim result. So this it's for year 2023. So the final year result will come at 2023. So when you look at this interim result, you have already have a copy there. So we've got the unaudited consolidated interim result and the dividend declaration. We can see how the company has performed. We see that the revenue increased by 15%, but in this video we are not interested in the company financials. What we're interested in is the dividend declaration. So if you scroll down in this result, you will see that there's a paragraph there about interim dividend. Then we see that the board has decided to declare a dividend of 16 cents per share. That is the gross interim dividend. Remember that if you have in South Africa, you have to pay dividend withholding tax, and that is 20% of the dividend amount. So the net dividend that you will receive in your account is 12.8 cents. Like with every other company, if you want to know how much money you are going to receive, you need to take the net dividend amount and multiply it by the number of shares that you hold. Then you will get the amount of money that you will receive in your stock brokerage account. So when is this money going to be paid? When you scroll down, you can see the dividend dates. So the last date to trade or to buy Altron shares in order to qualify for the dividend is the 8th of November. Then after the 8th, if you buy the shares from the 9th going forward, you may not receive the dividend. But like we said in the previous videos, what is important is that on the record date, your name is on the record book that you are a shareholder. Then when they pay the dividend on November 14, then you will receive that dividend from Altron. So a summary of Altron, they will be paying 12.8 cents per share on 14 November. It is important that you buy these shares before the 8th of November in order to qualify to receive the dividend. Then let us move on to the next company. The next company that came out with result is Famous Brands. Famous Brands is involved in restaurant groups. They come as food services franchisor. You can get a lot of information about the business, but you can see here there are some names that are famous, such as Wimpy. There's going to be Debonnaise coming in here, but it's a different companies that are involved in the restaurant businesses. So if you go to those results, you can see also Famous Brand managed to increase its revenue by 19%. The recent revenue is about 3.6 billion, which is good. It shows that the company is bringing in money. And then the dividends per share that is declared is 130 cents, which is about 1 rand 30 cents per share that they will pay, but this is gross dividend. You need to subtract that 20% dividend withholding tax, and then you can see how much money you are going to receive there from the company. In this case, I don't see the salient date, but over the period we will update you if we see. Okay, here's the notice of the dividend declaration, we can see that the interim dividend is 130 cents per share, which is 130 cents per share. And then this dividend will be paid. So the dividend was declared on October 26, and the last day to trade to qualify is 6 December 2022. Then 7 December 2022, the shares trade ex-dividend. And the record date, remember the record date is the most important date. We will always emphasize that because there is a confusion between the last date to trade in order to participate and the ex-dividend date. Depending on your broker, how quick they process the records, you may or may not qualify for dividend, whether you bought before the date to receive dividend or after, where you shouldn't receive a dividend. And then also the dividend is going to be paid on December 12th. So you can already see that by buying these companies, you will be lining up your pockets nicely as we prepare for the festive season. Then they speak about the dividend withholding tax of 20%. Then the net dividend that investors will receive, it's about 1 rand 4 cent, which is about 104 cents per share that each shareholder is going to receive. Then let us move on to Bytes Technology. We mentioned that Bytes Technology is a spin-off company from Altron. So Bytes Technology is listed in the London Security Exchange. You can see the group there. It's Bytes Technology PLC. In South Africa, our companies end with LTD, but in London, the companies end in PLC. So what we want to see here, there is the financial performance of the business. Then there at the bottom, you see that the interim dividend, they are going to pay about 2.4 pence. That is pence, the British cents, the equivalence of South African rand cents. But remember, since this is in a foreign currency, then you need to convert that to rands. If you are investing in this, you can buy the company in rands in the JSE using any broker. If you're using EasyEquities, you should be able to buy this company and pay for it in rands and also receive the dividends in rands, but they will convert those pence back into rands. Then let's see when they are going to pay this. So these are the salient dates when they're going to pay. So the payment date is 2 December 2022. The last day to trade to participate is Wednesday. Well, they just said Wednesday. The date is not clear. But yes, if you look at the record date, it's 18 November. So you can probably count 3 days backwards and say it's the last day to trade should be around. So Friday is 15, and then the last day to trade it's Wednesday. So it's 16 November 2022. That is the date that you should have bought these shares in order to qualify. And then finally, let us look at the other company that I have interest in. That company is Afrimat. We'll just look at what Afrimat does. They say that Afrimat is a mid-tier mining company that is listed in the construction and materials sector. So Afrimat supplies a broad range of products ranging from construction materials such as aggregates and ready-mix concrete, and it is also involved in industrial minerals, as there are lime and lime product producers, and then also they're involved in bulk commodities such as iron ore, anthracite and manganese. So this is a well diversified mid-tier miner. So the good thing, I like diversified companies, because when one commodity is affected, the other commodities can have a chance to perform well. So the divisions of Afrimat, you can see there's construction materials, industrial materials, bulk commodities, mining services, and other future materials and metals. You can get more information on their company website. So when you look at their interim result, they summarized them nicely. Their interim revenue grew by 7.2% to about 2.6 billion. Previously it was 2.4 billion, which is good. That is something that we would like to see. Then there's the dividend declaration. So they'll be paying a dividend of 40 cents per share in respect to the 6 months that ended in 31st August 2022. We see the dividend declaration. It is covered here, and then the last date to trade is 22 November 2022. So there's still enough time to gather some cash so that you can buy this company. and then the record date is November 25, and the dividend is going to be paid 28 November 2022. So if you do buy these 4 companies, you will be receiving dividends from mid-November going all the way into early December. So these are some of the companies that you can buy in the GSE that will be paying dividends in the upcoming weeks or months. So that's it that I wanted to share with you today. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed, and make sure that you smash that like button. That's it. I will see you in the next video.